I followed you for a couple of years since I heard your first song and I was kind of impressed. But then I followed you and I saw that you got lots of reggae influences lately and you did that cool thing with Jatari.
Actually, I came more from hip hop, if I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of more kind of political hip hop, like Public Enemy and Rage Against the Machine. And I listened to a lot of like traditional Hindi music as well, like Lata Mangeshkar. I think it was very varied in my house. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother, so it was 7 children.
Cool.
So they all listen to very different styles. You know, I even listened to like a lot of rock stuff, metal like Metallica and Pantera and Iron Maiden stuff. So it brought up with quite a lot. But I was influenced by it with the power that you can instill in yourself by trying to speak the truth. So I was certainly inspired. I think it's a very natural instinct to want justice, to want to be independent from other people's control, and you know all about that here in Romania, of course, and to be told what to do instead of being allowed to find your own path and develop on your own path, to have somebody or some entity, some system trying to stop you, to take you away from that path, and even make it even more difficult for you by putting toxins in the food, toxins in the water, fluoride in the water, and giving you a certain kind of education. They're basically trying to create people to be controlled, to do their bidding, whether it's good for your soul or not. And people have to learn to develop a soul, and when you start to realize the truth, you realize that you actually have to learn to be good, to treat others with respect, to be responsible for your actions. So you can't just do a job because to make a wage if you're doing something that's hurting someone else. Like if your government's sending you, putting you in the army and telling you that it's your job to go and kill someone, at this point you have to say, no, this is not really acceptable. I'm the one who has to carry the damage and the weight of sin, of doing the wrong thing. So I'm not letting you do that. You pick up the gun and do it. You pay the price on your soul. Yeah. I'm not paying the price on my soul for a little wage. So I think it's very important and I see it all around me in society. Actually, it's very tough to come to this realization. You realize that we are actually very controlled. There's only so much freedom we have. I mean, even to come here, I have to be treated like a bloody cattle. Take your jacket off, take your belt off, take your shoes off, take your hat off. Let us search you. Let us search your bag. Just going to another country to share my joy and share the truth. And I'm being treated like it's appalling. And this is just one small thing. You then have the television, this and that, but there's good news. There's good news. It's interesting because the 2 words "good news," of course, comes from the Bible.
That was what I wanted to ask. If you think there's something that we should use, or there's a strength of the people that we should exploit more, you think there is, right?
Yeah, I absolutely think there is. I think the good news here is that even though there's dark entities trying to control, trying to keep you away from the path, they're just fearful that you're going to evolve and realize the truth, and this gives you more power. And it's not in their interests for you to have power, because then you're not so easily susceptible to advertising, to being told what to do, to buying the clothes that they want you to buy, to behaving in the way they want you to behave. So when you have freedom of mind, you just have to remember, it doesn't matter. This is the way it is. I accept it. Stay positive. I'll do what I can with the people around me to give them positivity and joy. If your friend's moving house, go and help them. If you see one of your friends hungry, you should share what you have. But when you start concentrating on the small community instead of the bigger picture, everything starts getting better. Change your own perspective, and then everything actually starts getting better around you.
I wanted to ask you one thing. I already know how you feel about corporations and corporate media and MTV and ITV and things like that. Do you think that this model that they put out there on their commercials, those huge faces that they put up there of those people with perfect teeth and perfect skin, have an impact on the younger generations? And
I think it's not so much the fact that they have perfect hair and perfect skin. It's the fact that there's a certain design that's aimed at trying to convince you that if you're drinking loads of Budweiser and partying hard every night, that you're going to look like Kate Moss, who all airbrushed in the magazines. It's actually a lie. They're teaching people to concentrate on what's outside the temple and forget about what's inside the temple. If you make yourself beautiful on the inside, don't care about the outside, make yourself beautiful by being good to people, having respect, then you don't have to worry about anything. It makes your mind beautiful, so you don't have fear of what other people think about you. The magazines and the TV are trying to make you create an image that's acceptable to other people, because they want you to be fearful. Fear is a sin, it's wrong, you should not fear.
Do you have a book you'd like to share us, to tell us that we should read, to learn more from it, a favorite book or a favorite author?
The Bible.
Besides the Bible? The Bible is one of my favorite books too.
There are many books. I personally like to read a lot of Gospels from other people.
Oh yeah,
The
I did
Gospel
the
of
same.
Buddha, Shri Ramakrishna, the Gospel. There's an entire collection by Shri Aurobindo. It's a very special philosophy. It tries to teach you. It's called the integral yoga. Not just the yoga of your body, but inside the yoga, to do like things like meditation, to learn to calm your mind, to learn to have a better thought process, so that you can stay, you know, out of the range of suffering, and stay upbeat and jolly, accepting everything that you experience, whether it's good or bad. When you start just accepting it all as, you know, you accept it without getting upset, you actually are rewarded. You get grace, and you're rewarded in heaven. You really are.
Do you get any new thing coming up that you should tell us about? The thing they always ask you on interviews. We're supposed to do that as well.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, there's a lot of new projects coming up. At the moment, I need to keep it under my hat. But there's one hip hop album that I've made with an Australian producer called Monkey Mark. It's already prepared.
Marky Mark, I know Marky Mark. He's really cool.
He's a brilliant lad, yeah. So I actually met him in Leipzig, and we made this album in Germany. So that's going to come out. Just wait for it. And I'm working on stuff with Conscious. We're working on stuff with the label with Patricia Panther as well. So lots of good stuff happening, and yeah, excited about it. Zona Reggae.
Yes.
It's a special thing for Zona Reggae.
Yes.
Zona Reggae, we love you to bits. Thank you very much for being
focus.
here. Yeah, next time you come along, we'll definitely share a spliff. Bless you.
Thanks.